Hey guys, welcome back to Kiana Sky Speaks Readings. Thanks for bearing with me on some other video that didn't have sound. I didn't know that my Bluetooth was connected, so that whole reading was recorded and didn't have sound, but there's a reason why. So I just, went ahead and took it off, and now I'm going to remember to make sure that my volume is on. Today, we're going to step into Starseedville again. I had that urge to say that, so I wrote down, so I'm going to explain these. Downloads are purely from source, and they're messages that are coming to the collective. I'm stepping into a teacher role that Spirit's giving me, and I'm stepping into what my soul is telling me to transmit to the collective. And so I've just, and also this lesson, really, this session or podcast or whatever I call it, I'm gonna be reading a couple things in my book, whatever sticks out to me, whatever I want to, and then in the end we'll see if we have any more time, and if not, then I'll just wrap up. So, the first one I wrote down was look into alt medicine, like alternative medicine other than the normal things that we take. I know that I am not judging anybody. If you need to take medicine, take it. But this is for a specific group, or a specific person. Look into alternative plant medicine and go down that alley first. If it doesn't work, then, find what works for you. Basically, you're being guided to find what works for you, and whatever that is, it's okay. But plant medicine and alternative medicine may stick out to somebody. And then, like in the last Starseed video where I was talking about inner monologue, I wanted to kind of expand on that, start talking about it a little bit. But today in my mind, I was just sitting there reflecting, and let your inner monologue be your guide. Let your inner monologue be kind of like a teacher in a way. Just let your own self teach you through the day, get through the day. It, like, for example, if you're alone all the time, I'm sure people who are alone all the time just talk to themselves, but make it an internal thing as well. And then with that, journal to compartmentalize thoughts and release. Journaling is a really good outlet. I should speak for myself. I don't really take time to journal, which every time I do, I know that I've done a good thing. And fast for system reset, and then instead of just fasting, when you're done fasting, make sure that you're replenishing your body with the nutrients it needs after that fast. Hold on, I'm sorry. There we go. And read sentences of books and take it in. Yeah, just reflect. It doesn't even have to be a book. It could be anything. Just read a sentence of something that would inspire you. And just spend the day in your brain, in your thoughts, in your mind, and create realities with your mind. If you're struggling with what's going on, don't let anything scare you. No fear but love. If we make fear a reality, it's not going to work out. We're going to have to make love the reality. Basically going from 3D mindset to 5D mindset. Okay? A message about AI came out to me. Use AI, but try not to use it a lot. And when you do, collaborate with it on business things. And don't put all your eggs in one basket is what I heard about that. Don't use AI as a crutch. Make sure that you're using AI for things that can benefit you, because that's what it's there for. Especially business things just stuck out to me. That's all I'll say about that. And then the turn fear to love, but also, like I said in my other reading, just want to make clear to be a little bit more vigilant. There's some things happening, but don't let it make you fear going outside. Because most of the things that happen, I feel like that authorities, at least what happened recently, authorities are taking care of it. But just look around when you go outside. Don't be like the one that looks down all the time, because that's when you get in trouble. Make sure you know how to defend yourself, things like that. But I'm not trying to incite fear. I'm trying to bring a message to just be vigilant. And then I don't know why this keeps sticking out, but I was looking at a book before I was starting my reading and doing all my Palo Santoing and everything, and it's called Codependency No More, and I opened up to page 56, and there's bullet points, and I have no idea why, but I'm supposed to read them. So we may attachment can take several forms. Attachment is becoming overly involved, sometimes hopelessly entangled. We may become excessively worried about and preoccupied with a problem or a person, or a mental energy is attached. Or we may graduate to becoming obsessed with that controlling of the people or problems in our environment, physical and emotional. We may become reactionaries instead of acting authentically of our own volition. Mental, emotional, physical energy is attached. We may become emotionally dependent on people around us. Now we're really attached. We may become caretakers, rescuers, or enablers to people around us. Okay, so Spirit is basically saying make sure that you're not being overly attached to these people that you're helping, that you're becoming rescuers, not bringing yourself to safety, but you're bringing others to safety, so you're rescuing other people on despite your mental, physical, and emotional health, and you're doing that, and that's to the detriment of your health. And I just wanted to point out we may become caretakers or rescuers, enablers to the people around us, firmly attaching ourselves to their need for us. So those people who are like that, you have to kind of separate yourself and kind of put a balance in there. Now, this book is called Codependent No More by Melanie Beattie. And I found it a little helpful. I read a section at a time, and yeah, so I just realized that I became a caretaker to somebody before. I think that's interesting. Whoever resonates with that, I am grateful. Okay. Spirit wants me to read a chapter of my book to you guys. Love and relationships. Here, I'll show you. I wrote this book and published it on Amazon for $9.99, and I said to all of my followers and subscribers to YouTube that I would read a chapter sometimes, and I'm gonna make that a regular thing on my YouTube videos. So it's not a long chapter, so I'm gonna just read this. Okay. And at the beginning of each chapter, I would put a quote just by somebody, and I would of course credit them for that. There are dark There are darknesses in life, and there are lights. You are one of the lights, the light of all the lights. Chapter 6, Love and Relationships. Romantic love has been an abstract thing my whole life. I fell in love with a lot of pretty boys who were not for me or not good people at all. For that matter, from a young age, I developed unhealthy crushes on cute boys who possessed nothing other than good looks. So, I didn't really find love until I found my man. And basically, what Spirit wants me to tell you out of this chapter isn't my story, really, but it's the end. You see, relationships are all about compromise and communication. Without communication, the relationship is destined to fail. Think about it like this. If there's no foundation under a building, it will eventually crash to the ground. Likewise, if the foundation of a relationship is communication and you do not communicate, the relationship will inevitably fail. Boundaries are also very important. At the root is always communication. Expectations are also essential. Guess what the root of fulfilling expectations is? Yes, bingo, communication. So if you take anything from this chapter, please remember to communicate. I have spent a decade or more letting others walk all over me just because I did not learn to communicate and express my feelings. Learning that skill is very, very important. In conclusion, guess what? Just be honest and communicate. That chapter is simple, and that chapter is complete. Okay. Yes, so I am getting a collective message to communicate with your whole heart. Open your throat chakra and communicate. Communicate. Just communicate. And remember, like, it doesn't matter, like, if people aren't gonna like you if you're gonna communicate, because that's your boundaries and that's your communication. You have to communicate, and if they can't handle that, then that's not a friend or a person that you want to, be around. So, I have a little bit more time here. I kind of wanted to pull a collective card, and then we'll talk about it. Spirit, what is one card that you would want collected to go away with? This is the ending message. This is the closeout of the Starseed message today. Just wanted to, touch base, see what you want the collective to know. Slow down, crazy child. Slow down, guys. If you have to, stop drinking coffee. The caffeine is too much for our nervous systems right now, especially ones that have connected to source. This is where starseeds come from. A friend mentioned that. Just wanted to shout her out, say, thank you, that's exactly what we believe. Star ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. Follow the voice of your soul. Communicate. Keep going. Follow the voice of your soul. Speak. I am going to look this one up and read it because I love this book. I love that. Star Ancestor 76. Okay. Follow the voice of your soul. Heed the messages directly coming from your soul. Now, this is connected to when I first was talking about listen to your inner dialogue, because once you tune in and you listen to your inner dialogue and you just talk to yourself back and forth, eventually it becomes your if you're in a higher vibration, it becomes your higher self. And just heed the messages that come from your soul, because your soul is ancient and knowing and holds all of the answers, and your thoughts can literally connect to source. You can talk to source through your thoughts, and that creates a catalyst for all the downloads and everything that's coming from source, from your galactic lineage, from your star ancestor. I mean, the star ancestor came out, and I'm talking about starseeds. This is a starseed message. And, you know, this is how it is. The star ancestors is a term for extraterrestrial light beings who are dedicated to the healing and growth of the world. These incredible beings are divine embodiments of love who bring wisdom from the higher realms. Often people feel a sense of connectedness when they look up into the night sky and see the stars. I believe that's because they are remembering their starry connections, and those are what these cards represent. The star ancestor is reminding you that you have otherworldly support, and that your friends from the stars can help you if you are willing to be helped. They can support you in connecting with and following your soul's deepest calling. There is a deeper purpose to your human journey. This is the extended message. I'm just kind of shocked that I pulled this card, and this is like the whole point. You can't make this stuff up. Extended message. There is a deeper purpose to your human journey. Not only were you born on purpose, you were born for a purpose. You were born to be a bright light in the world, and there are supporters out there in the universe sending waves of energy to guide you at this time. Information and inspiration that has been coming your way recently is not new information, but memories. My whole head is buzzing. Your feelings of being drawn in a particular direction are the awakening of an aspect of your soul. You are being drawn towards a road that will not only light you up, but help you light up your own corner of the world. Continue following the cosmic guidance that comes your way. Wow. Now, I know my messages can be powerful, but this one was crazy, and actually, before this, I asked the universe to collaborate with me, so how can I be surprised? Anyways, that's the reading, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you liked it. I do have a question for all of you. What was your one takeaway from my reading? If you could take something away from my reading, what would you take away? All right, and have a good day.